Welcome to the Midwest Brew Review. We are here at Skeleton Key in Woodridge, Illinois for a real ale event, and we are super excited.
A real ale experience.
Yeah, I'm very excited. The Firkery is putting on an event with cask ales and beer machines and old world ways of serving beer, and we're pumped.
And that paired with ugly trucking sandwiches.
Yep.
They're doing charcuterie boards. Really looking forward to this. So we're here to share this experience with you and then give you a little more info on what Casks brewing is all about.
Yeah, let's get inside and hopefully we learn a thing or two.
All right.
So I'm drinking the Craven. This is Miskatonic. This is out of the cask. It is an Irish ale. And it is good. So these things are served cellar temperature. And this guy is a little roast, a little chocolate, nice and malty, super smooth. Really enjoy this beer. Awesome job.
I am drinking an old standby, an old familiar. We're talking Popular Kid from Alter Brewing. Guys, this is coming out, obviously not as carbonated as a regular Hopper Kid. It's very smooth. Like Billy said, it's a room temperature beer, not as bright on the hops as I'm used to with Popular Kid. It's a very smooth, balanced drinker, I would say.
So, this one out of the beer engine, Don't Blink. Don't Blink by Skeleton Key, which is the place we're in right now. This is kind of a staple. This was the first beer I had at Skeleton Key, and it's one of my favorites. And it's not just because it's an awesome Doctor Who reference, it just really is a very good Scotch ale. So, I'll take a little sip here. Oh man. Okay, so it is different for sure than what you get here out of the tap. Less carbonation. Fruity, delicious. It's different. It's like more of a mellow style type beer. It's mellower than what you're usually going to get out of here, which is kind of cool. Very nice.
So now that we've had a couple of these cask ales, why don't we go over to the Firkery guys and try and figure out what this is all about. Beer engines in an American brewery, it's not something we see every day. Can you talk about how you acquired these and where they came from?
Sure. These are all used.
Okay.
The first one I got was actually gifted to me from.
Sorry, Linda, what can I get for you?
So I used to work at a brewery in Plainfield called Limestone Brewing Company.
Okay.
And our first chef there, I don't know, he was impressed with my beer dedication, I guess, and he's like, "This has been laying in my garage, so why don't you have it? I'll never do anything with it." I'm like, "You're giving me a beer engine? You know how much these things are?" I said, "I'm not saying, because I know he'll probably see this." And then the other two came from Phil Clark from the Brit and Yankee podcast.
Okay.
He's right there over your shoulder.
Okay,
but
give me a minute.
he had a couple of them. He had taken one apart and he couldn't put it back together, and he was frustrated, and he just gave them to me.
So the cask pumps that they were using for the Firkery event were obtained from a pub in Sussex, and Sussex is on the south coast of England.
Okay.
You know, you go south from London and stop when your feet get wet, right? And so my nephew about 15 years ago brought them over. I don't know how the hell he did it, but he brought them over in a suitcase when he came to visit one year. And I had them sitting in my basement for the longest time, and I took one of them apart so that I could see how it worked in the interest of trying to get it to work down at the Brit and Yankee pub, which is in my basement, right?
All right.
That's where we do our studio recording.
Yeah, I love that.
So I couldn't get it back together again, and then I got to know Ken McMullen from Hotline, and we talked to him, and he said, "Oh, I can put it back together." So I said, "Okay, fine." here you go. Here's one. Here's another one I haven't opened. And I'm really happy to say that he's taken those and he's made them work again exactly the way they should work, with good, real ale.
There's such a big push for the big sweet beers right now, like milkshake IPAs and pastry stouts and that. And I'm not against those at all. But I think this type of beer is getting pushed under the carpet and not getting recognized. And so we're kind of just giving an alternative and giving people a chance to learn about this again. But it's more about tasting it, and people get to taste it's so much different. So I've talked to a couple people. We have Popular Kid from Alter here, which is always available from them.
Right.
In their regular forced carbonated version, right? A lot of people have talked about how this tastes so much, like to them it's more smooth, there's more beer flavors coming out of it.
So I love Cask Ale. I've known Ken and Kevin for about 6 or 7 years now. And just being buddies.
Cool, man.
Hoping this campaign brings back Cask Ale for sure.
This is awesome.
All right, so we're back here right now in Wheaton. This is the cool part about the Firkery. They kind of bring the show on the road. Billy, you said that earlier. The cool part about this whole thing is they go to these breweries, they get a bunch of cask beer, they sort of take the brewery over. And so we figured we'd kind of show that. This is our second round of the Firkery, a little further down the year. It is now in February that we're shooting this. So Dry City. Billy, what about Dry City? Why do you like Dry City so much?
Dry City's a cool, like, little neighborhood place tucked away in Wheaton, of all places. Wheaton is known as a dry town, hence the name Dry City. It's a cool little neighborhood-friendly place, and we're excited to get in there. They gathered up a whole new batch of breweries and a whole new round of casks. I hear there's some coffee beers in there and some other cool treats, so we're excited to get in there.
We're gonna go talk to Travis, so let's do that now.
And that is a pint of goodness right there. Well, 10 ounces anyway. Cheers.
All right, so we're here with Travis.
Cheers, mate.
And the Duke behind us.
Nice.
This place has a lot of cool artwork.
Yeah, I think it rotates.
Yeah.
And we just saw the artist. You've probably already said we're at Dry City, but yeah, it's got a lot of cool, looks like oil on canvas, and they're for sale. They'll sell it to you right now.
So when you're not slinging sandwiches and charcuterie boards with your wife, ugly trucking sandwiches.
Ugly trucking sandwiches, that's us.
Yeah. You're helping run the Firkery, right?
Yeah,
so,
I'm 1/3 of the Firkery.
Okay, so why don't we get into that a little bit? Tell me about the Firkery.
The Firkery is kind of like a pop-up. It's not kind of like a pop-up, it is a pop-up like no other. We bring beer, real ale, English styles, cask conditioned beers to breweries who don't usually do that stuff. The equipment is a little bit expensive, and so not everybody wants to have to dedicate beer, time, and resources towards one engine, and then sometimes they go, they only last 3 or 4 days. It's live beer, the yeast is live, so it's an active product. So
you see right here, you have all sorts of cool breweries that are bringing different casks to the party. So this is like a gathering of a lot of breweries, and then it's all hosted at a certain place.
So what we do is we contact the host and say, would you like to host an event? And if they say yes, we normally brew a beer with them or a collab with them, and then we curate the other 5 or 6 beers from friends of the industry. Kevin, and I have been been around this industry for 10+ years, so we've got a lot of local brewery contacts.
Speaking of collabs, what are you drinking?
Yeah, I have the Dry City 5 and Hoke and Hopvine collab. It's a porter with coffee and a thing that I'm just hearing about called Chalaka, which is like a liquid chocolate. So I'm digging it. I like the chocolate notes. I had this porter a couple days ago when we were setting up. Just the porter, very good. The coffee is like really taking over this beer.
Okay, and I'm drinking the Flask. This is a cask IPA, and we were talking earlier. I don't really, when I think of cask ales, I think of old ales, I think of milds and all those bitters and those English beers, but I don't think of hoppy beers because I'm used to the carbonation bringing out all the effervescence, bringing out all the hops and all those aromatics.
Right. So what you're getting, you're getting carbonation still, but it's like a half measure.
Okay.
Okay. So what you're getting is, instead of carbonation driving the force, the temperature and the carbonation is allowing those flavors to come out. You're probably picking up some malt notes and stuff like that more because the temperature is a little bit higher. These are typically served at like 50, 55 degrees.
Yep.
So that you don't have that coldness just masking everything, which you would need carbonation to pump up.
Okay. And 50, 55, that's like a cellar
That's
temperature
cellar
usually.
temp, yeah. That's
so you're really trying
you have to do, when you do cellar temp, you have to do the air quotes. It's cellar temp.
Okay, yeah, so you're really trying to, it's like my cellar is my closet.
Yeah.
So
It's dark.
Yeah, it's dark and it holds beer.
Yeah.
Well, Travis, we're so happy that you're bringing
Cheers,
back
mate.
this
Thanks,
type of style.
Thanks, Matt.
Hey, no problem. Hey, cheers.
Yeah, we're so happy you're bringing back the style, and it's such a unique event, and it's a great way to experience these beers in a different way. So, can you tell us a little bit about what's coming up?
We're trying to do one a month, and then if it goes well, we're gonna do more than that. So we're gonna do other local Chicago breweries, and then we might try to do some festivals.
All right, cheers. Thank you.
Cheers, mate.
All right, it's been an amazing night. Thank you, the Firkery. All the breweries involved were incredible. All the casks are tapped, sadly.
Everything's
But
done, yeah.
Fortunately, Skeleton Key came through with a delicious porter, so we're still doing okay.
I had a blast. I did not have a lot of experience with cask beer and beer engines and stuff. I learned a ton today and drank some delicious, new tasting, new feeling beer. So, I mean, this was a total success for me.
Everything was incredible. Guys, it's just cask beer. It's pretty damn good. Cheers. Guys, we got Phil here, Brit and the Yankee Podcast. Please check them out.
Go to the Facebook.
Facebook page. All right.
And we're on iTunes as well.
And,
so
okay.
There's a few of us in the area, but we're the best.
Well, you certainly got a few more subscribers here.
All right.
Sure, so.
Thanks a lot, guys.
Appreciate it.
All right. I shake your hand, but I got my.
I'm going to shake your podcasting equipment.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers.
All right, we're the best.